And I just eventually just gave up talking about it with anybody other than a couple of atheist friends from school. Eventually, during one of my first period class, there was we had a discussion about it, and one of the Christians was very aggressive about it. I was more or less relaxed about it, and I was just trying to talk to him, and he eventually realized that he wasn't being very he was being more aggressive about it than he should have been, which you know it was kind of hard for me to talk to him because he was bringing up a whole bunch of facts at one time, like a normal atheist would do, but he was a Christian. And we were talking, and eventually like half the class got involved, except and the teacher she was admittedly a Christian, and she admitted to the class like in the very beginning that she was a Christian, and she just kind of smirked at us, and she was kind of trying to get us to be quiet, and because me and another classmate were both atheists, and he wasn't saying a word. He wasn't really talking about it. I was more talking about it than he was. Surprisingly, I was actually really quiet during school most of the time, and after that day, I didn't really talk about it as much. It was about maybe the end of my senior year, or June or July after I graduated. Sometime I was sitting around with a group of friends, and we were having my friend Schultz. He's I guess he's as close as you could get to a Bible thumper, and he's he doesn't really agree with what I think, and I don't really agree with what he thinks. But I've already accepted the fact that he's never going to agree with what I think. But he will continuously try to make me think the way he does. And he's a good friend of mine, but he's a Bible thumper, like, and it's really annoying at times, but at other times it's really it's interesting to talk about with him because I learned some things that I didn't know about his faith and what he thinks and the way he thinks about it, and I like to learn. So I mean, we'll talk about it, and I'll tell him what I think, and eventually he's agreed with me on a couple of things I said, and I've agreed with him with a couple of things that he said, and whenever that happens, we usually come to a mutual agreement to end the discussion right then. Well, this one time we were talking about something called objective morality, which is the belief in good and evil. That good and evil is concrete, it exists, and everyone should follow it. I told him I don't believe in moral objectivity, that I believe it's all relative to the person. Like, say, killing somebody isn't necessarily right or wrong, depending on whatever you think is what's right and wrong for you. No one else would think the same way, or should think the same way as you. And I mean, like my girlfriend would say often whenever I would talk to her about this, is if you live in a society, you should agree to live by their standards, which is, I agree with that too. And I told him about that, and he was surprised, and he asked me, how can I live in a world that way, like that? And I looked at it like, I looked at it more I look at it more like, I think, of course I think that killing somebody's wrong. I think they should abolish the death penalty. And I also, I also think that, I also believe in pro-choice. I'm pro-choice and all that other stuff. And it's, like, more objective morality, you know. I was talking to him about it, and obviously being a Christian, he believes in objective morality. I guess that's where I got the term, moral nihilist. That's what I am. I don't believe that it actually exists. I don't believe that there is a good and evil, concrete, omnipresent, and everyone should follow it. I don't think that it's present. I don't think it's real. I think it's created by humans. And obviously, like, instinctively, if uh, cat just, had a litter of kittens and, it's being attacked by something, you know, they would protect their kittens because they don't want anyone hurting their kittens. Now, who is to say if whatever predator was trying to hurt her kittens was right or wrong? Like, you can't really judge that because you don't know you don't know its you don't know its reasoning. You don't know its you don't know if it's fit to think properly, which even that's relative. Thinking properly is relative. I'm a walking contradiction, and it's like, I guess I wasn't really a good example. Yeah, I think a better example would be kill ripping a fetus from a pregnant woman. Some people would think it's morbid and wrong, but in other countries people might eat it. Like people would eat an aborted fetus. And who is to say that the people who eat the aborted fetus is wrong? It's like in other countries they eat cats, dogs, horses. I mean, they eat horses here, but I mean, some people don't like that. Like some people don't like the fact that people eat house pets in other countries. Who's to say that they're wrong? The way I look at it is nobody's right or wrong. It's all relative to either the person. Some people would go as far to say it's a society. Like the society creates rules, and that everyone is expected to follow them. I can go along with that too, but I'm more toward like primal thinking. Like you're instinctively, I don't believe in right and wrong, I guess. I was wondering if anybody else out there thought the same way I did. Maybe thought that right and wrong is created. It's created by a society, citizens of the society, leaders of it, history, and I don't think it's real, I guess. I don't think it, like I said, I've repeated this like 10 times, I don't believe in it. I don't think it's real. And I'm sorry I'm not very good at talking. I'm very socially awkward, and I'm not good with words. I'm better at typing, but I figured it's a big network here, and maybe somebody would be willing to talk about this intelligently. I don't sound very intelligent over a video camera recording. I'm more of a writer, typer kind of person. Well, alright. I was wondering if anyone else thought this way.